first day of recording my journey. I am currently doing the last 90 days, which is a challenge by the Hollises, Rachel and Dave Hollis, who I don't know what rock I've been living under, but I didn't know about them until like 2 weeks ago. But I consider that such divine timing because it was literally a week before the last 90 days challenge kicked off. And for those of you who don't know what the last 90-day challenge is, it's a challenge that the Hollis has set up for us to be able to live the last 90 days of the year as intentionally as we tend to live the first 30 days of a new year, because we all know how motivated everybody is on January 1st, and usually that motivation has totally ended by February 1st, and I myself have been in this cycle forever. And I am currently working on a nutrition mindset program that's completely revamping my diet and lifestyle around food. So I already have a month of momentum with that, and I was actually thinking, because I have a weight loss goal that I'm trying to hit by December 31st, and I really started this at the end of August. So I was already kind of in that mindset. I was like, wow, this is so cool, because during the holidays usually is when I stop paying attention to how well I'm eating or if I'm exercising, etc. So it's cool to be intentional about it for once. And I'm going to do another video on my thoughts on that program. But then I found the last 90 days and I just loved it, because it's not just about necessarily nutrition or exercise, even though exercise is a part of it. It's actually about your wellness as a whole. So essentially what you do is that there's 5 habits that you attempt to do every single day. Really quick, the reason I'm looking around is because I'm walking around my neighborhood, and I will talk about this in a second. I'm walking around my neighborhood, and anyone who's ever vlogged outside knows that sometimes you wonder if anyone's looking at you or if you look weird, but I think it's fine. So it's nice and quiet. So there's 5 wellness habits that you focus on completing every single day for 90 days. And it's what the Hollises call 5 to Thrive. And the 5 habits are: 1, work out, exercise, move for 30 minutes every single day without fail. Number 2, give up 1 food category you should not be eating. Number 3, wake up 1 hour earlier than you normally would in the morning, and you use that time for yourself. Number 4, make a gratitude list of 10 things every single day, of things that happened that day. And number 5, drink half of your body weight in ounces of water every single day. So those are the 5 habits, and I will also list them down below, but you can also just Google last 90 days or Rachel Hollis last 90 days, and you can see them online as well. But essentially, because of the nutrition mindset program I've been following, I've been doing pretty well with the water. I've already kind of been doing that for a month, so that's been the easiest. Waking up early every day. Today was day 3 of doing that consecutively. Waking up an hour earlier and just using that time for you before other people's messages, emails, priorities come flooding into your life. It's an hour just for you. And full disclosure, today I'm filming this on Saturday, October 6th around noon. And so that means that the first 3 days, I actually didn't do this successfully. On October 1st and 2nd, I woke up half an hour earlier, and then I completely just overslept on October 3rd. So October 4th, which was Thursday, was my first real day of waking up a full hour earlier. And I'm gonna do videos about how I'm doing throughout this challenge, so I'll be talking about that separately. And I've been, aside from the water, the gratitude, the 1 food category, and what else? Gratitude, 1 food category. water, and exercise. I've basically been doing every single day. And the one food category I've given up, it's not necessarily a category of food like dairy or sugar, but it is food I know I shouldn't be eating, which is the snacking that I tend to do after dinner. So that is something that I realized in the nutrition and mindset program that I've started already, that's something that can really get in the way of my weight loss goals. So that was something that I immediately knew that was going to be my focus for the last 3 months of the year, is to not snack after dinner, with the exception of tea or a glass of milk if I really, really need it. But we'll see about that one, because my goal is to not even do that. Tea is really the only thing, because essentially that's water. So. But what I wanted to talk about in today's video to kick everything off is the exercising. So I am walking around my neighborhood, you guys, literally for the first time ever. Like, since my family moved here like 6 or 7 years ago, I've never walked my neighborhood before, which I don't know if that sounds insane to you, but I was laughing to myself thinking about it, because that sounds completely insane to me. And what is the point of me saying that? So I'm saying that because movement can be anything. Like, movement can be taking a brisk walk just as easily as movement can be strength training at the gym. Or doing cardio on a treadmill. Like, movement is movement. Our bodies were made to move. And if you take a brisk walk, your heart rate will go up. You're still moving your body. You're still working muscles, maybe in a gentler way than if you were strength training, but it's still exercise. And so that's takeaway number 1. And takeaway number 2 is no excuses. So full disclosure, the reason I keep maybe wiping my face and my eyes, it's like raining. It's like drizzling right now a little bit. So that's kind of getting in the way of me filming this. But I also am home visiting my parents. So this is my parents' house. This is the neighborhood that they live. I personally live in a big city, so it's not quite as scenic if I walk around where I live. But I kind of had the attitude in the morning of, oh, I'm just going to take a rest day today. I don't have my dumbbells. I don't have my normal yoga mat. I don't feel like it. It's Saturday. I deserve a break. Every excuse in the entire world started popping into my head, essentially. And I was like, oh man, I just really don't want to, and it's just not ideal conditions to do the working out today. But part of the beauty of this program is that you have to do the habits consecutively, because as we all know, when you're forming habits, just checking for cars, when you're forming habits, you have to do it consecutively for 30 or even 60 days to see a real change in your life, where the new habit starts to replace the old habits that you might have had, and the new habit starts to feel automatic. So, and actually one cool thing that Rachel Hollis was saying in a previous live stream this week is it takes most people 90 days to successfully do something for 30 consecutive days, which blew my mind. And I think that's absolutely right based on all the habit formation I've ever tried to do. And so, So the beauty of the challenge is, I was like, if I don't exercise today in some way, I will be forfeiting the 5 days I've already done. And I didn't want to do that. So instead of giving up, I got in the mindset of problem solving and the mindset of no quitting and no excuses. And I was like, so what can I do? If I don't have my equipment for a regular workout, what can I do? And all of a sudden it just occurred to me, I'm like, I can walk the neighborhood. I've heard my dad say before that it's about a mile to walk in one direction, and so to come back would be another mile. And I just used my phone and realized that that's true. So, but yeah, I was like, that's easy. Yeah, it's drizzling a little bit, but I can listen to a podcast. I can put on my jacket and my scarf, and I can walk briskly for 30 minutes. It's not a big deal. And actually, because it's a mile each way, I was like, I probably wouldn't even make it the full mile. But I can just turn back around. If I'm not feeling it or if it's raining too hard, I'll just turn back around. Like as soon as I get to 15 minutes away from my house, I'll just go back 15 minutes back to my house. And of course what ended up happening, yes, it's drizzling, but I'm already in kind of a groove and I have momentum and I kept going. So it's already been a half hour. I'm still out and I'm continuing to go. And that brings me to the last takeaway today. I am realizing, oh my gosh, if you just friggin' start, you'll probably keep going. Like you'll probably keep going. You'll probably achieve more than you initially set out to. And that's like the law of inertia, right? A body at rest stays at rest. A body at motion tends to stay at motion. If you just get yourself in motion, you'll probably keep going. And not only will you hit the goal, you will probably surpass it. So I'm so excited. I'm loving this walk. I'm gonna be uploading this to YouTube soon. And yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. I wanted to do the first check-in. And what's funny is I wanted to do check-ins for this challenge and I was thinking, it's already too late, it's day 6, it's too late. That's BS, it hasn't even been a week. But this is what our brains do. Can anyone relate? Because this is what we do to ourselves. So I'm excited to keep doing check-ins. I'm not sure when I'm gonna do them or how often, but I'll be figuring that out. This was really, really fun. And yeah, I will see you guys in a future video, and hopefully anyone who watches this goes and looks up Last 90 Days because it is such a good idea and concept and I'm loving it so far. And we'll see what the effects are by the end of this journey. So, all right, talk to you guys later. Bye.